Welcome back to Get Up. All eyes will be on Cameron Indoor Wednesday night as UNC travels right up the road to take on Duke. Remember last season, these two teams faced off 3 times, including the semis of the ACC Championship. The Tar Heels, though, they got the best of Duke twice. Now, Duke returned 0 starters from last year's team, and obviously they've got 2 great starters in Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett. But Wednesday will mark the 31st time that Coach K opposes Roy Williams in a ranked matchup, and that is the most such meetings in the history of the AP poll, which dates back to 1948. You know who's going to be there? Jay Will's going to be there. I'm going to be there.
We're going to be everywhere.
Maybe Barack Obama's going to be there. That's what I just heard. What do you think this game comes down to in the first meeting between these two
First
teams?
off, the pace of this game, both of these teams are ranked top 3 in the nation in pace, so it's going to be a fast pace. Entertainment, right? Score. The freshman for North Carolina has been spectacular this year, and that's Kobe White. In wins, though, he has a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, so he takes care of the basketball. In losses, he has more turnovers than he does assists. Now, he's going to be guarded by Trey Jones. Trey Jones is a pro. He'll be a guy to come off the bench, maybe a guy who could potentially start for a team. But defensively, he is a hound. He will be all over you. He's done that to Shamari Pons from St. John's. He's done that to Ty Jerome of UVA. He's their best player. So that matchup, literally, Kobe White sets the tone for North Carolina. If they take the snake's head off, like North Carolina will struggle.
Something just happened in Duke's favor that the rest of the collegiate world should be on notice. That RJ Barrett actually was accused initially of having tunnel vision. Now all of a sudden, he's opened up his game, and he had a triple-double the other night.
Yep.
Now, if he continues to pass the basketball as well as be a volume shooter and score, that to me is going to be a big-time thing for the Duke Blue Devils.
I mean, nobody has the talent that they do. And, like, if Cam Reddish is making shots, if RJ's playing that way, that's why I kind of said before, like, I compared him a little bit to James Harden, not his ability to shoot the ball, but the way he moves and the way he could move on the court. Like, nobody should beat them.
You know what's interesting about them to me, and again, you guys are all closer to it than I am. I'm observing them like most basketball fans are to some degree from afar. Jay Will, you made the point they're the most culturally relevant basketball team in the world. They're the most culturally relevant college basketball team since Jalen Rose.
I agree.
And the Fab Five. But the difference is you guys weren't #1 in the country. Your team stunned everyone by making that run all the way to the finals. So imagine the level of pressure that was already on you guys, and add to that the fact that they're expected to win every game they play. If they lose Wednesday night against North Carolina on ESPN, while it might not really be a huge upset, it will be perceived in a lot of places as a major upset. They take that pressure with them as well.
Well, the difference was when we were in college, the opponents were junior and senior laden teams.
Right.
So they're actually playing against players their age, and they have multiple All-Americans, and then you have this out-of-the-world talent like Zion, who's going to be a game changer in a lot of ways. So this team has been spectacular to watch.
I'll say this, too, about that Duke team. There's sometimes, like I remember Jay Rose team when you used to watch them warm up, they had teams beat before the game even started. You saw players that literally were like, yo, that's Juwan Howard. That's C. Webb. That's Jalen Rose. Yo, that's Zion Williamson. So there's that psychological aspect of the game as well.
Psychological aspect? I mean, I feel like UNC is going to come in there and maybe blow the lid off of Cameron Indoor.
Word.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a bold statement. It's a bold statement.
And I have to be there, so we'll see what happens.